What's going on, everybody? I am CaptainRoBear, and this is Saved by the Spell 3 Tormund's Quest 29.
God, I really wanted to add some echo to you on that, man. I wanted it to resonate just a little bit.
Tormund's Quest 29.
It's like enter the Thunderdome, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go.
Yeah.
It is Thursday night.
Oh, dude, I almost whiffed. I couldn't think of the number till it was like about where I got to Tormund's Quest 3, the number was like 333333329. Got it.
That's like me. Every time I go on stage to perform, I forget every note of every song I've ever written 5 seconds before the first note's played. It's the worst thing in the world. Oh, it's horrible.
Welcome to stage fright and how we all deal with it.
I'm just happy I don't have to say it. Just like, I would never know. I'd be like, welcome to Tormund's Quest, episode Alive. Yeah, brought to you by...
It's good old muscle memory, man. You just flex it.
Yep.
Tim, we need your camera to like zoom out maybe a little bit, or you just slide back. And Adam, we need your camera to come down a little bit.
No, I can scoot my
I'm
camera.
gonna hug you for a second, chat.
Where is my gun?
Omen's looking into your soul.
Oh.
You said out? You said
That's
out?
what you see.
Yeah, zoom out just a little bit. Yeah. There we go. Now we're
Cool.
now we're only cutting off a piece of your head. Sweet.
Oh no!
Yeah, it's also because I got a new chair, so it's like it's just way different.
It doesn't poke
Comfy.
you anymore.
No, it doesn't. I got a steel case, so it better not.
And if it does, it asks for consent first.
Steel. Dude,
Stop it.
I want to know steel case or human scale. I need to know what I need to buy the next go round. My body is ready.
I still have no gripes about my human scale. So, once kiddo gets 17, 18 hours in a day in his chair, then we'll talk.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
Okay, first off, I've been in quarantine for an extremely long amount of time, and I work here and I game here all day. I wake up at 8:30. I go to bed at
Brand new
midnight.
chair. You don't have the ass broke into it yet.
He's just saying hours in. He just wants to get your review hours in. He's not.
Oh, okay,
He's not threatening your hours in chair.
Sorry, my omen was showing. I'm sorry.
Dude, if you only stream 4 hours a day, you deserve a chair that doesn't hurt your ass. Okay.
Yeah. See,
Accurate.
my chair was made for America's ass, so.
True. Whose chair even is that did Marvel editions?
I don't even remember it. I got it as a present, which is I literally made a comment about it, and then 3 days later it showed up on my doorstep. I was like, "This is magic."
That was a partnership through Team Liquid, but that was, I think, it.
Yeah,
maybe.
I literally, it popped up on my feed, and I was like, "That looks rad," and then it showed up.
Teach me your weirding ways.
I don't know what happened. I don't. Honestly, I really don't.
Oh, that beverage tastes good today. Just
Don't it?
there's something about a beer on the eve of not having to do that really does it for me.
Yep. I was gonna go with there's something about a beer after 8 months of quarantine that just hits differently.
I'm surviving quarantine a lot better than others. I can at least say that. Like, if you don't have like this figured out, like how to hang out with your friends and play D&D online and find a place to drink beers, like, what are you doing? Like, professional gardening right now, hardcore. Working on BLTs, dude.
If they're Torment Quest BLTs, I'm there. Okay.
Ooh, you never know. We might cook up in this little drainage ditch we're in.
God, I was about to rip on Jersey Mike's horrible social media team, but I'm not even going there. I'm not even going there. I will discuss that off stream, how ridiculous the shit that they posted this week. It was a blip because so much other horrible shit happened in the week. Not enough people could be like, hey, Jersey Mike, you're drunk. You need to go home.
Wait, was that Tuesday? Because that might have been me.
True. It's true. It's true. Oh my goodness. Radio, give him some announcements, my friend, before I get myself in trouble.
Oh, we finally got our affiliate over here on Twitch. We are a part of the family. That sub button has dropped. Oh my goodness. Night one on Tuesday was an absolute barn burner, and it was so much fun. I cannot wait to do it again. Since technically tomorrow is a holiday, I'm planning on, once tonight is wrapped up, dropping in and getting some day streaming in tomorrow before the family comes back from Santa Barbara. So I look forward to that. If you want to hang out and shoot some Iron Banner, I will probably do open lobbies on PC. You are more than welcome to come hang out and shoot the literal with me.
Booyah. Announcements, Tim?
I did my first stream on Tuesday. That was some of the most fun I've had in a while. I did have a pretty decent number for a first stream. A lot of good compliments. Just got to learn to shut my mouth in certain places because I get nervous and I rant, and the things that come out of my mouth when I'm alone should not be public. So there's a few times where I was like, yeah, that's an inside thought for sure. Yeah, don't do that.
VOD's deleted. VOD's deleted, yeah. Boys and girls. Good luck.
No, luckily I caught myself on most of it.
But you can catch him.
Yeah, you can catch me on every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Pacific on the link that RoBear was nice enough to throw in the chat there. I'm gonna keep doing it. 8 o'clock, Doom, and then once we run out of Doom, I'll find some other first-person shooter to fuck up. So. Thank you for everybody that came out. That was rad. It was a lot of fun. And I can see why people get addicted to this very easily.
Yeah, I totally missed it. I'm sorry.
No worries. There'll be more.
Like this next Tuesday at 8 p.m. Hey!
Perfect segue.
Segue. Pew, 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 pew.
Adam, you got any announcements, my dude?
Do I ever have announcements?
Occasionally you do.
Yeah, you're right. I do. Actually, I do have one announcement. Sort of related to my work, but I'm just really happy and proud of it. Some of you may have seen on streams today a brand new game get revealed called Hyperscape, which is a brand new battle royale that I have been working for like 2 years with Ubisoft on to do a partnership with Corsair for lighting integration and some other cool things. We'll have a custom skin coming soon and more info and maybe some other cool things down the line, but it's been a long time and in a lot of meetings and blood, sweat, and tears, and it's so happy to finally have that launch today. So watch streams with drops enabled for the tech test because you can jump in and play. And if you have a Corsair keyboard or any kind of RGB enabled device, then you can update your IQ, and if you actually jump in and play, then all that shit's gonna light up and react to everything that's happening. So that's like the big announcement for today. It finally happened after a very long amount of time. So I'm really super proud and excited and happy that happened. Ubisoft's fantastic.
That game is a crap ton of fun to watch too.
Oh, I'm horrible. Oh my god! Like it is so fast paced, but it's so cool.
I saw some crazy snipes today, like some craziness.
Yeah,
it looks from a spectator, like just insane, and I know nothing about it.
If you took the speed of Warframe and then applied it to Overwatch and then put it in a battle royale, it's kind of what it looks like, and it's so much fun to watch.
Yeah. No. Yeah. That's the main announcement. Outside of I'm gonna try and get the energy to start streaming a little bit because I do miss it, and I finally got into. And I know, RoBear, you're going to just slight cringe at this, but I've got whitelisted into a GTA RP server.
Dude, I'm a huge supporter of those guys.
I know.
I'm saying for myself.
Yeah.
Which one did you get into?
Yeah. It's Red Haven.
Dope, dude.
So it's a smaller one. But yeah, I got whitelisted EMT. Will Avery, San Andreas Medical.
Let's go, dude.
Yeah. So yeah. Anyway, that's it. I'm gonna try and start streaming again. Just as for fun and on the side. Kind of like what Tim's doing, and then kind of go from there. But yeah, that's it. Sorry, rambling.
Hey, you never know. You might fire me up so much that I finally do it again.
That would be amazing.
But I can't wait for 4 hours in queue.
Accurate. That's why I play on Red Haven. It's
Yeah,
like a pretty full server, and I don't have to wait fucking 18 hours to get in.
Yeah. Well, for now, until they find out that Will Avery's there.
I mean, you're right.
Once that storyline takes hold, dude, it's gonna be good for your chops, man, for sure.
Yeah. Oh, that's why I love it.
It certainly throws the kitchen sink at you.
That it is different. I made this post earlier, and then I'll shut up after this so we can get on to the good stuff. But I truly believe that role playing, like tabletop, GTA RP, board games, like anything that puts you in an element of a different character is so good for you creatively, right? And it just helps with so many different processes that you don't even think about or like really kind of focus on. That's why I love doing it. And so when I'm like, oh yeah, I got whitelisted on GTRP, I've been playing the shit out of that. Because I'm allowed to like tell stories, innately. I have a backstory, I have a history, I'm meeting people and they have stories, and it's all storytelling, and that's what we love to do, especially here on twitch.tv/CaptainRoBear.
See, if there was a way for me to dynamically control scenes so everybody else could hear the music, it's the producer. It's me having an issue of control and not being being the ultimate director and producer. I could no longer control an element of it, and I'm back to being just an actor, and I'm like, I like doing all three. Yep. Now, you can do them. Classy Pax, I think, is the best in the biz. He is. I've subbed him for years, guys. If you want to see good role play, when he goes to do role play, oh my god, dude, he full on dynamically mixes his music, and it is a treat, man. If you catch him on one of his RP days, that's all he pretty much does anymore. But you don't know when when in his schedule he's going to do it. But his Red Dead right now, can't wait.
Literally
Some point in time,
right now,
I would love to get to work with them and Djibouti Games and Milton. Those guys are rock stars in my opinion. Such good RPers, man. Such good RPers. Yes, over here. Thank you, Voodoo Ranger. You guys are amazing. Thank you for sponsoring me the entire year with your oh so delicious beer that I'm gonna drink all weekend long. You're fantastic. You could not have sent me 1985 and a wonderful package any sooner. Thank you, because my grocery store was shut down today. So this case of beer was coming in very clutch. Thank you guys for generously sponsoring the show for the entire year. Live dangerously, but drink responsibly. And to Roll20 for their amazing sponsorship of the show. They have reached out and tried to hook me up with some more fun stuff. So thank you guys.
Oh, awesome.
I was not expecting that at all. It was a very, very welcome email. Thank you for being such an active partner and checking in on the show when you certainly wouldn't have to from your sponsorship already. If you guys don't know, Roll20 is the platform that we use to bring the beautiful visuals on the screen as well as the sonic experience on both sides for the community and us running the game. Could not put our style of show together without you guys. So thank you so much for your generous support. And last but not least, DnDBeyond.com. Literally the greatest tool for playing D&D fast and efficiently on the planet. And I know that it's not implemented yet, but the day that they drop the dice roller as an overlay for us, And I don't have any insider information. Even though I'm an insider, I'm not that kind of insider. If they ever give that to us, where we all have our own custom dice, that literally I'll put it across the whole screen. So no matter what frame we're on, and you would even know by like the style of dice that we roll. Oh my God, dude, I want this.
Who rolls it?
So bad. Oh, and then it's just a total arms race on who's got the coolest dice.
Or you can see me suck all the time live.
It doesn't matter if you're all the old school dice, the black dice, the ice dice.
It's like, I thought he was using the pink dice. Nope, he moved to this. Nope, he's using the blue dice. He just keeps rotating. One of these is gonna work. It's just...
Hey, dude, I'm with you on that. I notoriously roll poorly on D&D Beyond. Like, I roll pretty poorly to hot on Roll20. D&D Beyond is like, if it's not calculating healing, everything else is trash. It knows. It knows what I should do.
You and I are yin and yang, because D&D Beyond, I roll hot. D20, it's ones and more ones.
It's the great balancer. That's why I love the public rolls for you. I'm like, oh yeah. That's all I have to do to Waz. Just
you want to fail me on a roll? Here's +9. Oh look, it's another 1.
Yeah.
Oh,
you have advantage. Another 1. What? Okay, you roll natural 20.
Triple advantage.
It's a B.
It's a B.
Triple disadvantage, lowest rolls like a 15. I'm like, sick, dude. Like, hell yeah. Like, all right.
By the way, you guys, the overlay should be updated now, in all of its glory. I totally forgot and didn't do that pre-show, but it's done now. Also, a little sidebar announcement. I don't know, you may have noticed that there were a few more people in the D&D directory. I know our Wednesday or Thursday nights have gotten big. You know, I know us coming over from Mixer, we've caused a tidal wave in this directory on Thursdays. But if you didn't notice, everyone's good friends in Critical Role are finally back and being able to play with each other again. They're one of the reasons why I'm here at the table today. If you got an extra Prime sub laying around, go ahead and drop it over on them. They are amazing folks and wonderful storytellers. And I highly encourage you to do that, because when you're watching our show live, you're gonna need to watch their VODs. So you should you should sub, because I know you're gonna be over here and it's like, it's gonna mess with you. So you can just watch it later, you know? You can just catch up and it'll be right there, just like ours. You can go right into their videos and get it immediately. You don't have to wait for YouTube or anything like that. Yeah, but they're awesome. Much love to Crit Roll, man. Happy to see them back.
They are, them combined with this game is literally the reason why I'm still here today. So they're amazing people, and Matt himself is the reason why I sought help for some of my issues. So thank you guys very much.
Hell yeah, man.
Hell yeah.
If we had Adam's background, we could be like, da-da-da-da.
Oh, you mean this?
Oh.
Jealous. Special edition?
Hey,
I'm so jealous.
If you're gonna make a special edition hard copy book, call up their team now and be like, hey, who do you guys use? Because dude, they know how to put out a book, dude. Oh,
yeah. I've only bought every single special edition art book they have. So
and they're art pieces themselves. You know?
Oh my gosh. And the community, the people that do the art, fantastic. So yeah, no, it's I'm always happy to support them. As he said, they're fantastic. Yeah. So
I want 1% of their art community at some point in time to watch one of our shows. That's literally my life's goal. I just want 1% of their art community at some point in time to watch their show. So what is ridiculous now is how many of them live sketch and go.
Fast. It's so fast.
Ridiculous. It started off, it was like, okay, it was just a sketch community, and then it was like, then it was watercolor, and then it was like full on, like this oil just got done. I'm like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that so much.
24 Tormund's Quest book.
Right now, our cooking book is just MS Paint. You gotta help us out over here. It's literally just pieces of bacon drawn by all of us.
I was working on that this afternoon with my sub badges. I'll tell you what, right now, that MS Paint is hard.
And then you add a picture and your entire thing is ruined because everything moves 74 pages.
Yep. Oh.
I didn't know you could draw stick figure bacon, but I did it today, and it's looking great.
Welcome to Boomer D&D.
Spam can with legs.
Oh. Let's go out to the D&D. Let's go out to the D&D. We have our own little pantheon of dancing snacks.
D&D.
And have
And roll
ourselves
ourselves some
Sam.
ones.
Okay. Truth.
I should have played a bard. Damn it.
Can everybody in chat right now, can you go ahead and just drop all the D1s for us in recognition of last week's episode? Can we just go ahead and get some of those out of the way? Let's just do a little purge. You know, I'm not leaving rocks up in my windowsill moon rock crazy, but you know, yeah, I'm at least D&D crazy.
Did you charge your crystals?
Wait, it's not a full moon yet, is it? I've got some amethyst dice that need charging. All right, don't tell me that I missed that full moon.
I'd prefer you to refer them as birthstone, not my birthstone, please.
Yeah, well, technically, my birthstone, not your birthstone.
1 + 2 + 2 + 1, not
Just
1 + 1 + 2 + 1.
Don't. That's so inside. Even Mother Teresa is crying.
Yeah, a lot of inside baseball in this intro, but that's okay. It's okay if you're joining us for the first time. This is how it's always going to be. So why would we change? You know, why would we change?
I like turtles.
I like turtles.
So, last week.
Yeah.
On Tormund's Quest. Fleeing the scene after the terrorist attack on Gale's home city of Neverwinter, clutching long lost love of his life, Myra. You guys were able to navigate through congested streets, negotiating your way through blockades of guards. Able to drop her off at the House of Knowledge to receive healing that was desperately needed, while the rest of the party proclaimed a short rest. Was able to do a small amount of reconnaissance on the city and seeing everything locked down around the Protector's Enclave. You guys chose to trust Gale's old intuition, heading back to the cemetery to try to find a route through the sewers back to his home district of Black Lake. And they almost got there if it weren't for one last patrol of guards, where you guys led in a ridiculous chase through the city that culminated in the party finally making it, barely, after many successes and failures, up and over the cemetery walls and into that grate, now locked by Arkonan himself. All sitting still in the musky, dank corridor of the Neverwinter sewers.
Are all cops in this town dicks?
They are. Yes. They used to I was told that before the change, they used to be better, but now, as you are learning, they are hired mercenaries mostly. It is a armed mercenary militia that is protecting the city. It is not true.
Like goddamn cockroaches, Gale.
Well, when you have money and power and you can afford it, don't get me wrong. I feel like I've been a bit pushed into a way of thinking. This is all, of course, coming from my family and family friends. And so you hear so much, you start to kind of believe it yourself. The Lord Protector has done some good things for the city, but he's also playing an angle that a lot of people don't probably see. And I don't know how it is going to end, but I know that he basically bought a military and throws it around any chance he gets. You step out of line, well, let's say that sometimes justice isn't served to the people who deserve it, but statements have to be made.
I don't know if I respect this Lord Protector or I want to kill him.
You could try.
It's an untenable position. This Lord Protector is a man governs well during wartime. And while that is a just and honorable skill, men like him have found it easier to govern if city-states constantly stay within their wheelhouse. He is not a peacetime general.
It is very well put.
Dirakt, let me throw this by you. Not saying that he's going to sacrifice the lives of his own townsfolk by choice. I think he might be the one behind all this. False insurrection just to maintain power?
He doesn't have to do it. All he has to do is be an asshole.
You have to realize.
If anything, I've heard of what happened in Neverwinter. He's not one to come forward and be a spearhead of a movement. He's a shadow worker.
Oh, he already spearheaded the movement when he became Lord Protector. But you have to realize that there are people in the city that revere him. He is the greatest thing that has ever happened. You have, so many outside influences coming into the city for prosperity, for building something for themselves that they've never had the opportunity to do before. And so you have essentially a city divided where many see him as more of a occupationist who is currently occupying with the force, whereas others see him as a savior, someone to help them start a new life. And it is this struggle because the ones that favor him have the populace, they have the population, they have the numbers, but the ones that don't have the power and the money. So, although it may seem like a majority of the city may actually indeed see him in a positive light, well, money can buy you a lot of things.
Dirakt, I think I preferred when we had to fight a dragon. At least we knew it was bad.
It's easier when things are cut and dry, aren't they, Tormund?
Welcome to politics, my friend.
Tormund?
You what? Take back anything I ever said about wanting to get into politics, Dirakt.
No, back home. Lancaster. At old Bardic College. But your daddy always told you not to hang around. You see, that old college studies a thing called the Whisper. It probably makes more sense to you now. Why you didn't see any song, dance, or performance. Those folks, they study the mind, whether you like it or not. Those kind of folks that invade and pry into people's privacy, whether they want it or not. Well, those folks are the best friends of people like the Lord Protector. Because all that matters to them is ultimate lockdown. 100% security. Shit. Every cost is justified. Your family, our family, we think a little bit differently about that. Some things are worth preserving that no state should have control of. Just the way that Lancaster is rigid, so is becoming this city.
The worst part about the world in shades of gray is having to change your choice. When the world's in black and white, the choice is easy. You can stick to it. The path is always in sight. When we're dealing with this, we have to keep in mind that we don't see everything. And so when we find something that comes new to us, just remember to keep your mind open. It's okay to change your opinion. Also, I fucking hate bards. The worst profession.
You don't like a good song and dance and in once in a while?
A good song and dance and an in is fine, but when that song and dance forces me to dance,
he's got a point.
You do it so well.
Yeah, of my own drunken volition.
He's got a point.
When your entire profession is taking the will of others, I think you should go away for a while.
Intent means everything in their business. I will not disagree.
Suffice to say that you don't, in the circles that I have run, bard or not, as I stated previously, there is always a game afoot, and you always have to look at it as a game. Now, for you, your game has been typically, you're bad, I kill you. I'm speaking a bit in paraphrase, but it is, Arkonan makes a good point. The shades of gray that are difficult, especially of a city of this magnitude with many people and various power and influence, either here or connections to other cities. They have money, men, means, Their goal is to pit people near their enemies that can whisper to them, that can utilize information. See, information is more deadly here than anything else, because information is the power. Now, we all agree that Neverwinter is shit. I've been saying it. So let's get out of the even shittier part of it, the sewers, and perhaps move forward, because, to be honest, it's been a long time since I've been down here and I have no idea what to expect.
At least take a break for a couple of minutes so I can catch my breath. Wasn't expecting to have to hold Dirakt over a wall.
I wasn't expecting to be on my ass either. But here we are.
Unavoidable. It is what it is. We survived. We push on. After I take a minute to catch my breath.
I think it would be good.
All right, everybody take a short rest on that character sheet.
Do I need to? Yeah, I'm gonna do arcane recovery and grab a third spell back, third level slot back.
Make sure if you guys have inspiration unchecked on your sheet, so the wonderful folks watching will know. If you guys haven't seen on the D&D Beyond overlay, if somebody has inspiration, the ring around them will glow.
For a short rest, do you do that? You just roll hit die?
You guys have enough hit die where you can just hit maximum.
Perfect. All right.
If we're doing a long campaign, marching towards something, I'll tell you whether to roll the die or not.
Cool. Thank you, sir. Why did that not work?
I feel much better.
For some reason, it's not topping off health right now. You still physically have to go and do it.
Yeah, I saw that. That's weird. Okay, so features. Keep that arcane recovery. All right. Do you know the way, Gale?
And maybe at one point I will give it my best, but it is a bit of a maze down here.
And at the before we go, at the base, like the ladder, I'm gonna take a little piece of silver wire and crisscross it along the ladder, and then tie a tiny little silver bell at the top. And under my breath, I whisper a single threat rings louder than the assassin can in the dark. And I will cast alarm on the ladder, just in case.
Well done, Arkonan. Well done. As you guys fully take in your surroundings, old fallen cobblestone bricks along an ancient tiled floor, an old disturbed sewer system that was partially ripped apart by the chasm that split through the city so many years ago. One of the largest public works programs to sweep across Neverwinter in the time of the Lord Protector has been the reconstruction of the sewer network of Neverwinter. You'll go through patches of ancient peace next to complete new construction. You guys find yourself inside that room with a small opening to the north of Tormund. You can squeeze your body through sideways if you don't think about the last meal that you had. It'll give you just enough space.
That last meal was so good, though.
Spinach and cheese tortellini.
I should warn you, it will not be pleasant. But I assume you would already assume that.
It'd be the worst thing I've been in.
I have questions.
I've dug up graves. We're fine. Fresh ones.
All right. I don't have questions.
You should probably keep those to yourself. Yeah. It's probably for the best.
Do you want to lead the way, Tormund, or I can go first?
I'll push forward. You just tell me where to go.
I will do my best.
Right, so I take it that it's... So I'm not messing around with the map. I'm going this direction, yes?
Yes, that is correct.
Yeah. Interesting. It won't let me slide up anywhere in there. Oh, there we go. I found the hole. We found the hole.
Usually takes 2 or 3 times, but we'll get
I mean, that's the way it goes. Ooh. I'll slide down my helmet a little so my dark vision goggles kick in this place.
I would follow him.
What's the distance on your dark vision?
60 feet.
Okay. Just want to make sure. I'm going to give you movement of Eric, Tim.
Sweet.
So you can drag him along now.
Let's see what, does he have anything fun? He's blind as a bat.
If he was a bat, it might actually be easier.
It probably would. If you got 10 minutes and 10
He's
gold, we can sit here.
Blind as a raven.
As you step through, squeezing to the other side, you can see another small passage to your left, Tormund. You could squeeze through as well. Also, another one of them to the north. To the east, terraces descending down into where you can hear rushing water.
All right, Gil, I think I found where the poop goes. I'm gonna have to take it from here. Couple of openings we can try and squeeze through, and a whole bunch of Russian turds down below us to the east.
Norman, as I taught you, 2 rules of plumbing. Shit runs downhill, and don't lick your fingers.
You know, Dirakt, I'm even less hungry now than I was before.
Goes in, must come out, Tormund. Welcome to the byproduct of 95% of your life. Final destination.
But that crab boy was so good. I got a feeling that you say that it all rolls downhill. Knowing the Blackleg district, we're gonna have to go against the flow, because they're all gonna want that to leave. Which is our way in.
Considering where we are at, we went south to the cemetery. It's really more perpendicular for a while, and then everything's gonna be sent out to the sea. So it's a northern and then a western path, I presume.
Gail, please give us some direction.
I would feel like the first few areas I would kind of get down, and then it would be kind of confusing, but would I have an idea of which way to go, at least at this point?
You remember all these little sneaky areas. It was a great place to come down here and hide. Just didn't walk far past the chasms of running sewage, as there's still been rumors of the undead creeping around. Whether it was true or not, it was a story justified by folks of authority for you not to go running around these passageways. So you generally know how to get down to the flow.
Yeah.
But past that, been a lot of new construction since then.
I will say that's typically in the history of me making trips down here. I didn't stick too far away from the shit river. And there is rumors that there is creatures and I'm going to say it, undead around. So it is best to stick near that, as it kind of acts a little bit as Dirakt was pointing out, so guidance. But I haven't been down here in years. There is going to be things that I probably don't even recognize.
Perfect. Sounds like if we're going against the flow, we're going to the eastern ninja town. If we're going with the flow, we're headed towards the ocean. So if we go north, find a couple of channels that direction, maybe we might find the river of shit that's going to take us to the pot of gold.
I don't think I would call that the pot of gold, but
depends on what you ate
Sure.
that day.
I mean, isn't that what all you blackleggers do? You eat all the gold and just shit it down to the rest of them?
I would argue that those
At
in the
that,
Black Lake are the shitters.
At that, you see Conan take out his notebook and just jot real quickly in it and go, "It's a good idea for a hiding spot."
Don't do that while I'm taking a drink from my water skin, boy. Jesus.
Just trying to find our bearings.
Oh,
Hold on your...
the whole place smells like Tormund after that crab boil. Good God. Oh, certainly has all the smells of the sea. And if you guys haven't been to New Orleans, at about the ass crack of dawn, whenever the sun finally comes back out on the little playground that we've created there, you'll smell a smell that even a rat will turn around from. This is the smell.
It's funny, I can imagine that.
Because the street sweepers don't come around until about 9 a.m.
And this is precisely the time that you have to get in line for either beignets or Oyster House. Make your choice.
Choose wisely. All right, Mom, I'm gonna press my myself forward through this maze of staircases and platforms. We'll make room for everybody else to come in.
Yeah, and I'll follow. I can't physically, but I'll follow.
Ooh, you know what? I've been meaning to do this for so long, and it's the first time that I've actually remembered. If you guys run games on Roll20, show my friend Gabriel Picard some love. He is the main source of maps that I use, and he does fantastic work. Norman, you push forward. You can see the stair steps rolling down towards that flow. You can hear it now rushing.
Oh yeah, smells like poop water.
Come on, Gale. Get your ass through that door.
Thanks for the push, Direct.
No problem. I forgot it was a
You have
tight
to
spot.
realize, well, it's not for me. I'm actually much smaller than you are, and it's just much smaller than Tormund. Me and Arkonan should be fine. Arkonan especially.
What are you trying to say? As I look down at myself and go, never mind.
What's back in these crawl spaces back here, Gale? You remember?
Well, not really, because it's been several years since I've been down here. It could be anything. But like I said, there is a...
Eric, where the hell did you go?
You're gonna want to come take a look at this. Gale,
Okay, sure.
I want you to describe what would be your most prized possessions left behind, and what would look like an old treehouse escape. Partially untouched from your childhood.
Okay, so you would see in the corner would be like a cot, nothing fancy, but enough to where if you wanted to, nap or anything like that, you could. And then there's like a little side table with long burned out candles, and you would see a small chest like in the left corner, and then you'd see various you'd see lots of books, like lots of books, and then you would see lots of sprawn out, tattered against the wall, like stuck to the wall, and probably now also on the ground everywhere. You would see all of these arcane like sigils and runes and writings, and there would be lots of scribblings on them, and yeah, I mean, at first glance, that's the bulk of what you would see.
Spent some time down here, didn't you, Gale?
Gonna like pop through, and I'm surprised that it is still here.
Some places truly do stay untouched. Roll a d10, Gale.
8.
As you look, investigating those old tomes, strewn about papers, you look down. And you find an old leftover spell scroll. One you had worked on for so long. As you pick up first level comprehend languages. And it puts a smile on your face. You can see it still completed. Arcane sigil and seal still left on it. Just enough magic to maintain that parchment even down here so many years later.
Just like carefully open it. Unbelievable. He just kind of like, you see him just kind of like look at that for a bit, and then he kind of gets that long distance stare. And then he just kind of like begins to like look over the room. And you see him processing memories of him frantically scribbling notes on these pages and then hanging them on the walls, and then trying to connect various things and grabbing a book and flipping through pages, and frustrated and trying to understand how lineage works when it comes to innate arcane spellcasting, and how one could be changed or something, a force of nature, divine, pacts. You see all types of informational books down here. You see all types of books on shadow magic, books on storm, nature. You see books on transmutation. You see all of these various things, and you see scribblings on pages. You know, this shouldn't be. Lineage links is innate, not learned. Yet you see scrolls with unfilled workings for spells, almost like trying to teach himself how to be a wizard and how to learn specifically shadow magic, and failing miserably. And you see a specific book that is well worn, lying or sitting on the bedstand next to it, that he sees, and he just walks right to it and then picks it up, and then he just opens it, and you just see him smile, and then he carefully flips a few pages forward, and then a few pages forward, and then he flips towards the back, and you see half the page is filled while the other is blank. And he just kind of carefully closes it.
I want you to roll a wisdom saving throw.
Nine.
As the flood of memories come back to you, the rest of the party notices first an encroaching darkness that envelops around the entire room. An opaque globe of pure night mitting around Gale himself. As you innately cast darkness, finally for the first time, you may add that to your spell sheet. 2nd level. As the arcane sigils inside the room light up, as the spell does not fade, after 5-10 minutes, with enough magic in the room protecting your old clubhouse in perpetuity, this is certainly more knowledge than I was ever able to acquire at your age, Gale. This is very impressive.
You could say oppressive. I mean, impressive. It is one thing to want to learn. It is another to be self-forced to learn. There's a period of time where I spent more time here than I did at home, searching for an answer, something, trying to understand me. I thought perhaps I could learn to create magic instead of it's just coming from me. And if I could do that, then I could make my father proud.
Well, he ain't seen nothing yet. As Dirakt squeezes back through the darkness, back out on the other side. No rush, Gale. Take all the time that you need.
I kind of sit there for a bit in the darkness. And then I, almost too long, as if to worry that if he lets this spell go, he may never cast it again. And this is the 1 ounce of proof that he has ever had in his entire life that he is worthy. And so he just sits in it with his focus and concentration. And then he stumbles to the corner, trying to find the chest. And he opens it, and he begins padding around, moving. You hear various, clothing and instruments and more books, and you see some dried ink quills. You see, well, you wouldn't see, but various other components and various things. And he just kind of gets to a moment and he just closes his eyes, takes a breath, and you see the darkness begin to fade in the room. And he sits there, and then eventually you see 4 globules pop up around him. And he digs through the chest, and he finds a specific box, opens it, and smiles, closes it, tucks it in a pocket. You see him grab a few other things, and then he walks towards the small entrance.
I'm glad we stumbled across that, Gil.
That was me. A long, long time ago. If you knew the things I was looking into then, you might consider me an enemy.
We
There was a lot of
all
gray.
have passed, Gil. All have passed.
And he just turns to Arkonan. This is something that I could use. This may be the culmination of my past here. This one singular scroll. And I could use it, and it would bring me joy. But I know you could learn this and continually use it. And as my friend, it would bring me nothing but joy, knowing that I accomplished at least one thing down here. And I hand you the scroll, and with it, the small skeleton of a raven head.
Nobody's... I've never gotten a spell where somebody wasn't drunk.
Mark,
This means more than you know. Thank you.
mark today a day of days. So I get up and I take one of the small, rounded, flat stones that I found sitting next to Tormund. And I chuck that bad boy like any old man next to a creek. It doesn't skip as much as I hoped. But
Does it make a
I hit it with a
sound?
little Eldritch blast with a flick of the wrist before it sinks. Just to knock it, to make sure that I got the elusive 3 skips that every old man needs. still remember how to skip like I taught you, do you, Tormund?
Tormund's kind of sitting there with his legs dangling over the edge. Yeah, I think I remember a little bit. Gonna search around for rocks around me, looking for a flat one.
Find a good one. Roll that public die.
All right. See if I still got metal right arm.
Add your dexterity modifier.
Oh, God. That'll be a +2, so that's 17.
17. You get that elusive fourth skip on me.
I had a good teacher, old man. I didn't need no Eldritch Blast either. It's all from the arms.
Oh, God, you solid old man tricks. God. Make an old man proud. Good. When you got full of piss and vinegar in that arm, you should be able to skip it.
I believe there is plenty of piss and vinegar down here.
Oh, good. Let's lead on, shall we?
How far is it between the level we're sitting on and the level below us?
Oh, good. 10-foot drops.
That might hurt a little bit. I think I'll take the stairs.
I don't.
Or will I? I'm just gonna, since I'm already sitting on my ass on the edge, I'm just gonna slide over.
Slide on down.
You see Gale take a bandana out and he just wraps it around his face and covers up a bit to help. It helps block the scent.
Yeah. It'd be smart to wear a mask, wouldn't it? Lot of bad shit down here. No pun intended.
Shit. You see him take it off real quick, and he holds it in his hand, digs in his bag, finds a little bottle, sprays directly on the bandana, tucks it back, airs it twice, and then reapplies it.
You know, you always see all those sewer workers come down here not wearing any damn mask. What the hell would... You'd have to be a fool not to go down here and wear a mask, wouldn't you? You kind of have for brains.
Yeah.
And then you
I
come
wouldn't
up
do
bringing
it.
up all these germs with everybody else all over you. Probably wouldn't even take a shower. Shake your neighbor's hand before you even washed it. Before you know it, you shut down the whole Driftwood Inn. Maybe even take out the public market, too.
Well, like they say, when in Neverwinter.
And when I get out of here, I'm going to turn that blue lake black to Black Lake. I can tell you this. You know the shit don't flow into the rich people's lake.
Of course not.
I do too, but oh, my knees. Oh, I fly down there. I can't let you. God. That was a horrible decision. Take the stairs, gentlemen. It's a larger fall than what you think.
Grab you and get you upright.
Thank you.
You know, you can't be doing that shit, old man. Not the spring chicken you used to be. I've seen you kill a lot of folk. But
I got this new skin, but it's still the same old bones. All right.
As I use my Tempest, and you see me just like take a step off the ledge and float down, and then like land on one foot, take a step, and then just do it again.
Always just show off, isn't there?
and I used to think I was the prima donna.
I'm always the prima donna.
All right, Tormund, lead the way.
Gail's out there in front of me. We'll walk around and take the stairs. Well, I ain't gonna let you jump down another flight of that crap.
It's fine. It's fine. I'm taking the damn stairs. Taking the damn. Ooh, huh. Look at there.
Hello. What do we have here?
As you can hear the sound of rushing water, even stronger as an arched passageway.
Hey, Gail, I think this is the direction we want to go. Looks like this might head north towards, Black Lake, right?
But you know, these things, they take all sorts of twists and turns through neighborhoods. Sometimes you gotta go well out of your way to head the direction you really want to go.
And it looks like we can go north. If we can go north, it's worth checking this out. I don't think I'm gonna find a tree house in this one, but
I feel like I should be a little bit forthcoming. I've done this trek 9 or 10 times directly, but I've only successfully done it maybe twice. I've ended up on the other side of the river, but not where I was meaning to go. But lucky for us, that is all we need, is to be on the other side of the river.
This is true. It's true. We don't have to go all the way back home. We're not late for dinner. We just need to get on the other damn side.
all right, so you want me to go through this hole or what?
Do I have any idea if this is the right way to go? Like, at
Roll-
all?
Roll a history check with disadvantage.
Liddy. 10.
Sit there for a second and you're like, God, Gil, come on. Don't be a noob. Don't be a noob. You let him all the way down here. And as you're walking down the hallway with Eric flying in front of you, you remember, oh shit, there's a grate right down here. And you can't cross down below. Yeah. Tormund's right. You go through that way by the archway first.
Yeah, he contemplates for a bit, and then he turns around with, like, the utmost confidence. Yes, that is the way. I'm sure of it.
All right, you're sure? Going in.
Yes.
Can I walk over this archway?
100%.
All right, I'm just going over the archway.
When you cross the archway, looking in, you see several sets of pillars that hold up this room. And you see some small shadows scamper by. Well, small. Not small enough for your own tastes. Roll a perception check.
It's not one. No effing clue.
Focused entirely on looking at the stones that make up this archway with no mortar, simply placed. Your big ass staring straight at that keystone. Took a little gumption to make it across that archway the first time. Didn't you do so? With seemingly no stone slipping. You're just barely able to catch those shadows out of your eye.
Damn, I tell you, I don't know how they do that. That is one hell of a walk over that bridge. Dirakt, be careful as you're crossing over that. I don't want to pull you out of a river of caca.
Thanks for the concern, Tormund.
And I'll go ahead and cross the bridge as well, carefully.
Remember, wherever you drop your token is where everything engages. Be careful about your steps. If you want to investigate something, you need to let me know before you move your token.
Does the bridge seem safe for us to cross after Tormund?
I mean, after you walked across it, seemed like it held his heavy ass up.
Yeah, I'm light and petite. So I'm gonna carefully and slowly make my way over. And then just kind of like plop up right here for now.
Dirakt makes his way over as well, unimpeded. Roll a perception check as you walked across, Gale. Dirakt will do the same.
Hey, Tormund. We can be natural one buddies. It's a 3.
Go ahead and do the same for you as well, Arkonan.
Alright. Perception. That's persuasion or perception.
It's not terrible. It's a 12.
Yeah.
No, this 19 sitting on my screen.
If you add the 1 and the 2 of your 12, that's what I rolled.
Math.
That was a very loud firework. That had to have been like directly above my building. Because that sounded
Dirakt. I thought that was Dirakt.
That was like a shotgun shot. Good God, UK Konas.
Yeah.
Good God. Hashtag Merca. Arkonan, you see the same thing as Dirakt stops in his tracks. You see something scampering away over there, Arkonan?
I didn't think we were going to be alone down here.
It's a bit too large to be a sewer rat. I don't know what that was, though. I'd prefer to find out than have it follow us.
You want to
Tormund.
follow it?
The hell are you talking about, Dirakt? Saw some shadows in there, but
Get your goddamn weapon out, boy.
he's not gonna hesitate. He'll just pull Stormbringer out.
Poke your head in there.
You want a gentle poke, or we're here to kill everything poke?
Give it a good scare.
As he rubs the head of Stormbringer in his hands. And here we go. Tormund, seeing the two pillars to his left, he's gonna rush in and slam his hammer into that pillar that's next to him and go, oh,
Roll an intimidation check.
that'll be a 17.
As you slam your hammer into those pillars. You hear spears and netting all landing near the doorway.
Do we recognize the language?
Might. What do you know?
Is it Draconic?
It is. It is the Southeast Missouri version of Draconic if you've ever heard it.
Little bastards.
And
I
Tormund,
understand a version of that.
you immediately, in the back of your head, Incaster rats! Oh, there's a whole swath of kobolds over in that other room. More lizards in your garage than even in San Diego.
I could just get to meet the fucking crickets. I actually literally coaxed a lizard into my garage this morning to get that goddamn cricket because my cat wasn't doing the job.
Hey, so far, so good.
Yeah.
As you can hear the clank of those spears. And then silence.
Oh. We gotta get the hell out of here.
And then you just hear scampering. Bodies moving.
Direkt, we got kobolds.
I don't even give a shit. We can leave them be. Just down here trying to get a meal. But those little
I want to mess with them.
Direkt steps in.
Mulak Shaktar Moran Sen disease. I will eat you little shits for lunch if you crack our ass.
And you see one little spear lean out the door with a tiny bit of partially used teepee attached to it and a makeshift white flag. It shakes it and then runs back in.
Does that mean total and unconditional surrender?
Might be his own shit attached to that paper.
Well, at least we know it's kobolds, not the undead.
Check your damn pockets. Put everything away. This little shit's trying to take everything off you. When put one of them up, try to skulk around in the shadows. Snag a few coin or maybe even some provisions we have on us.
You
Take out
want
my
some
note.
lights?
Need some what?
Some lights.
Hell yeah, we could use some light.
Boop, 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 boop. Globules of light just start floating around us.
What's the distance on that?
It is dancing lights, so it's 120 feet.
Jesus.
Yeah. So I just kind of like station one, kind of like above each of us, like one further out in front, one further out behind, and then like two towards the middle of our group as we're kind of going.
When the light comes up, I take out my notebook and I open it up and I write, but every time I write, I also whisper. And I just... Kobolds use toilet paper. Huh. And I just close it and I put it back.
$120 of light, you say?
It goes out to 120 feet.
Yeah, it goes out to 120 feet. Sorry. It is each light is a 10-foot radius, so it's a 20-foot sphere. And then they have to be within 20 feet of each other.
All right, 20-foot radius.
Yeah. So basically, I put one in, like, if we're moving in a single file, I'll put one roughly out in front of Tormund, one behind us, and then two kind of in the middle.
Oh, homeboy. Get to control him.
Oh.
The power.
Look at that
I'll walk in
snazzy
there.
shit.
Ooh.
Here you go. Come back here. I need you. There we go. There we go. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Leave the coal bowls be. Roll a perception check, everybody.
No, come on.
8.
I was gonna say I'm clueless. I just threw an 8.
Seriously?
Save us, Gale.
I rolled an 8.
None of you see the old soft spot on the old man's heart as he rips a little chunk of that day-old crusty bread. Even takes his hand with a little bit of the butter that's there, slides it over the top, his side satchel, gives the old backhanded chuck backwards into the room of those kobolds. Nasty little grubbers. All right, point the way.
Look toward Gale. Gale, where are we going? Whole new room. Saw. Looked like it bent around to the left on the other one. We could head north there. Also looks like. Oh, you take the lead. Tell me where you want to go.
All right. Yeah, can I decipher which way now?
Can't remember which causeway of water to follow. Roll a history check with disadvantage.
$15.
15. You remember, no matter what
which waterway you take. You don't want to can you keep going east? That you need to follow either curvy or the straight one due north. So you can backtrack and follow curvy, or you can follow straight, but you don't particularly remember which one is better.
I just kind of I walk to the straight one. And I go to the curvy one. Go back to the middle. We follow one of these north. But I don't know which one.
Gale, I trust you. Pick one. We'll follow it.
Straight.
The straight one?
Yes.
All right. Take one of these little shiny little orb bastards and put it out in front of me. 60 feet. Might give me a little bit of extra reach on what I can see with these cool little goggles. I'll lead the way. You just, I don't know, stay somewhere behind me in case these goddamn kobolds try to ambush us.
All right. Take your lights and lead them forward. Opening up into a whole excess of archways and columns. Go ahead and run and grab your first beverage bathroom break, and we'll be right back.
Woo!
As I'm going to run a quick 60-second ad. If you're a sub, you won't even see it. This will help stop the pre-roll for new folks that are coming in. Thank you guys for all the new supporters out there. Much love. You won't miss a thing, I promise. Dude, how about the improv on Gale's room, man? Ho, 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 ho. Dude. Did Adam not kill that? Holy
Slayed it. Friggin' slayed it.
Oh,
Bow to the greatness of Adam's improv. I
So
believed I was
good.
there for a second.
it's fire, man. Absolutely fire.
I really wanted to go in that room and find a Narnia book.
uh,
What is this, the last battle? I'll read this later.
I love this episode already, man.
Well, it's cool to finally see a different side of Gale other than the side we've always seen, which is it's just way too polished, way too put together. It's like, all right, how did this person come to be who we know him as now? And now we get to see a little bit of that. He was, it's obsessed with his craft even then.
Yeah, trying to be a wizard, you know? And think about that as a child, not knowing how to focus the magic that's innate within you. You're like, yeah, you would just beat yourself up being like, I'm the worst wizard ever. Not knowing how to focus and channel your strength. Poor wizard kid.
Mm-hmm.
It would. It'd be like those Superman scenes where he's like running back into the closet, you know, scared of his own shadow.
Hell yeah. That's a good analogy. I like that.
That's like the one scene I always connect with Superman, which is sometimes a very, very hard hero for me to process in its late stages, but like the growth, all the Kansas parts to it are so good.
As a character as a whole, I absolutely detest Superman. I always have. I thought the death of Superman was the greatest thing that ever happened in my childhood.
Well, it was a lot. It was a lot for a hero, you know. He could do everything.
Yeah. Then when it came to the Dark Knight, I was like, okay, somebody actually gets Superman. Thank you. Like, it took Frank Miller, you know, obviously, like, that the Dark Knight came out in, like, what, 84? But I didn't read it until, like, probably 96. And I was like, oh, okay, somebody actually gets Superman. And then later, like, in, like, what was it, like, 2007, 2009, when Injustice came out, I was like, now people get Superman. Now we get it.
Oh.
No. What was it? Crixus? Batman is the fucking shit, all right? you don't touch Batman.
Batman.
Midstream
The dude isn't scared of
debate.
anybody, man.
I've got more money than I know what to do with, and I'm
He has
Batman.
no powers whatsoever. He's not scared of nothing. Come on. Batman's the shit.
All right. As you send those orbs forward, still the sounds of rushing water ahead of you. Louder at this point. As it's gaining traction, as you can see, the flow is headed north.
Tormund's gonna look at this bridge again. Look back at Gale, kind of put his foot up on it. Every time I walk over one of these things, it makes me nervous.
It is a pretty shit situation.
As I'm walking over, just kind of easing through each one of these steps. Not while I'm doing this, Gale. No jokes.
Roll a perception check, Tormund.
It's a 9.
It continues.
You just can't hear anything over the sound of rushing water from where you're at.
I made it over the arch. Come on through. Take this arm and push forward a little bit.
Gale, roll a perception check.
$20.
Gale, if you pass by, you can hear low whispers. Unintelligible talk. Very low. You can hear a few sounds of footsteps.
I'm going to. I don't think that this is. Yeah. I'm going to point my finger at Tormund, and in your mind, you're going to hear me say, I heard voices and footsteps near, but they're not ours. And then I'm going to turn to Dirakt and basically say the same thing. Then as I go to turn to Arkonan, I assume he realizes what I'm doing.
I'm already like,
And I tell him the same thing.
Everybody roll public stealth roll.
What is my stealth?
public.
That's an 11 for me.
Oh yeah, +1.
Oh, not too much better with a 12.
I am the knight.
17 for me.
What's yours, Gale?
17.
What was your Arkonan?
17.
Okay. Want to make sure I had that right. What is up with us in 14.25? It's continually a number that we've seen.
It's right there, always.
All right, as everybody hunkers down for a second, waiting for your move, Gale.
Did I have a general idea of where I heard it? Or that I just caught it amongst? Okay. I'm just going to point. And then I'm gonna like hesitate for a second. And then I'm just gonna turn and I'm gonna like point at the light, the orb. And and then I message, do I move the light over or do we just wait? Sorry, do I move the light over or do we just wait?
Nobody else can talk to you.
I just
Direkt,
kind of
just
go,
go-
I just.
Oh yeah, I
And then,
forgot.
I'm
I
just
got
gonna-
it. I send you a message. I forgot. I got this spell. Damn it. Weapons drawn. Let's be prepared for what's here.
And I'm just going to urge Tormund forward.
I'm gonna look at you and point north or east. All right. I'm just gonna make my way up this direction then.
All right. I too will follow Gale as well. We begin to head up north. Arkonan, what is your passive perception?
16.
As you begin to head north as well, being the last in line, you're able to hear footsteps just in time as you spin around. 5 feet in front of you, blade in hand,
Fuck.
mask adorned on their face, as you get a snapshot image
of the same individuals that you fought on the street. I need everybody to roll for initiative.
Here we go.
Round 2, fight.
Friendship. That's what I cast. I cast friendship.
Love friendship.
Tormund, give me your number.
11, 1-1.
Arkonan,
9.
Gale,
19. Thank you, Dagger of Warning.
Gale, you are top of the round as you see 2 of these cultists piling out the back, scimitars drawn and short swords headed for Arkonan. It is a pile of bodies in front of you. They have full cover from the point at which they stand currently where you are at.
But I can see them. There's lots of bodies in the way, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I'm going to, as I'm kind of crouching forward, and then I like see a flare up below me, and I look down, and my dagger starts to glow, and I instinctually turn around and see the cultist approaching. I take a second to kind of think of what I'm going to do, and then I smirk, and I start uttering some words, rotating, and then I just flick my wrist to the right, and these darts shoot out to the right and curve as I cast Magic Missile on the first guy. And so that'll be horrible. Oh, come on! That'll be 9 force damage as I rolled 1s on 3 of the 4.
Ooh.
Sick.
As you shoot them
Sick, bro.
arcing up in the air over the top of both Dirakt and Arkonan, slamming down over the top of that domestic terrorist.
And then just yell, "Behind you!" And then that'll be my turn. I'll press against the wall.
All right. This guy is going to swing on you, Arkonan.
Cool. Oh, crap.
Dirty 20 to hit on the first.
Let's make sure. Yeah, it hits no matter what.
13 to hit on the second.
The second one misses.
Oh, that's not right. That's a D8. It's not what I'm looking for. Hey, same number. Let's go. You're going to take 5 points of piercing damage. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Fudge! You fucking kid. Let's get some 1s in that goddamn chat.
I thought we exercised these demons before we started tonight.
Yeah,
Nat
chat.
one.
What is the deal, chat? It's totally their fault.
I'm actually okay.
Oh
with that,
no! Max damage.
too. Oh fuck.
You're going to take 11 points of poison damage. And with that nat 1, you can feel it pulsing through your veins, just lingering as with this wound, it begins to fester and stir through your body. You're going to take some additional damage on your turn.
Neat.
Second one runs up
Second one.
to your side. You're the one in the back.
It's okay, there's only these two and no more. Jesus.
God.
That will hit.
that hits for sure.
The 18 chat plus their modifiers, so 22. This will be a 15. To hit.
15. Yeah, I'll use shield on that one.
You're going to take 6 points of slashing damage. Need another Constitution saving throw.
And 1 second here. Why are you not doing this? $15 on that one.
15. You will succeed on the second. As they both rush up to you. You should have never followed us here. Tormund, it is your turn.
All right. I got questions I need answers to. I got a river of poo next to me that's moving south.
Oh, no.
It's moving. It's moving north. It's moving
It's
north.
moving north?
Current.
So it's
Current is heading towards the river and out of town.
oh, son of a bitch. I was really hoping it was moving that direction. So chances are if I'm going to move within the current, I'm going to be fighting the poo fairy.
You can go past Gale. It takes an extra 5 feet of movement to slide beside them.
Yeah,
Problem
purposely
is-
went against the wall.
I'm going to need... I mean, I've got 40 feet of walking speed, so...
Well, be a good Midwesterner right now. Oop, oop. Sorry, Gale. Oop. Just trying to come over here and get the Lucky Charms. Oop.
Oh, 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 oh. Oh, just sneak right by you there. Oh.
Yep, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm full going to. Oh, excuse me, sorry. Oh, excuse me, sorry. Pardon me. I don't mean to stand in your way. And can I use my bonus action to throw Arkonan the fuck out of the way?
No,
I'm kind of weak right now.
you cannot use
Right.
your bonus action to throw him out of the way.
You just want to throw me in the shit river.
No, I don't want to show you. That is the worst thing that I could do is throw you in the shit river. Fine, then I'll use my bonus action to go into rage, and I'm just gonna stand right next to you and swing Stormbringer into one of these guys. Let's start with the guy on the south. That is going to be a 24 to hit him.
.24 will hit.
All right. That is going to do 13 points of damage on that first swing.
Oh, you swing Stormbringer. You can hear the ribs crack. Looking rough.
Let's swing that beast again. 22 to hit on that second throw.
Dang, Chief.
All right, that's going to be 12 points of damage on that second swing around a Stormbringer.
That's a big DTD. Describe their demise.
As he comes in, doing his best Canadian shuffle to push his friends out of the way, getting in front of Arkonan to swing one across the mask of the guy in front of him as he comes back with the backhand. He swings it right at his chest, and as he hits center mass, you can almost hear not only every rib break, but that last breath just push out of his chest as he falls to the floor.
As you hold that hammer up, your hand goes over to the mask just to check again. As you pull that ceramic off, as it cauterizes his face, dropping down to the ground.
We do the same thing to you. You run, you mother.
Anything else for your turn?
Well, that is it. I just, tough talk the little guy in front of me.
All right, end of your turn. Arkonan, occupying the same space as Tormund.
Can you give me that damage, please?
Oh, yes. Take an additional 1d6. 2 more points of poison damage.
Okay. Okay.
I will, on my knees, buckled over, I will reach up and just grab this guy, obviously the only person so far left. Grab his shin like I'm pulling myself up, and I will say to him, "Vak uch saib avakin," and cast Vampiric Touch.
Let's go.
Cast. And then I will roll it. Fuck yeah.
That is a 22.
22 hits.
Should know this by now, but previous guy. Dos, tres.
And that is 11 points of necrotic damage as the tendrils form out of my hand around his knee, and then begin to sap the blood from him and then envelop into my skin. And I say, "That is mine." And I get 5 points back.
Hey.
Sorry, 19.
You can feel the life force pulling from his veins.
Interesting.
Anything else for your turn, Arkonan?
Yeah, I'm gonna use a hero point and pull myself up and grab at his mask and cast Dispel Magic.
Oh! What is your spell level?
This one I will cast it. 10.
I'm gonna go third level. Yeah, third level.
Third level. What's the baseline of the spell?
Any spell of third level or lower, on the target ends. For each spell above fourth, I have to roll against it. DC equals 10 plus the spell's level.
Yep. The DC is a 17.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Roll the public die and add your spellcasting modifier to it.
Look at this. Look at this little plus roll. There's a +7 on there, and then I will hit roll. D20.
10 or higher.
That's a 12.
As you cast it, pulling that mask apart, looking for it, just seeing the wrinkles on their forehead. Before you cauterize and blind them. I can see! At least you get
Feels bad,
something.
man. Yeah, that's me.
Dirakt is going to move down the passageway. When he does, he can see, oh shit! 2 more. Those sons of bitches come running down the hallway. He's gonna send out 2 of his Eldritch Blast. Don't fail me now. Let's go. Let's go. Come on,
right.
It's been so long since I've hit both blasts. God. Feels good, man. Dude, they shouldn't miss at a +6 at the rate that they do in this campaign for me. Oh, let's go. 9 points on the first, 10 points of damage on the second. DTD, that dude never had a chance. After being blinded by Arkonan, wreck that dude, forcing him up against the wall as the ashes and the fire of the phoenix.
Magic.
As Arkonan casts invisibility.
And the power of telecommunication flows through my veins.
I don't know what the fuck happened there.
Ironically, we're in the sewers, so no.
Shit happens? Yep.
Mm-hmm. I didn't know you cast greater invisibility.
Something, man.
Where are you, Arkonan? I don't see you.
I need you to teach me that spell when you can.
I did the full Homer fade.
Yes, he's back. Yeah, now that I'm down here, what I used 5, then I had used 10 to go across to Arkonan. 15, yeah, well, shit. I can move, I'm moving back a step. Oh, God, there's more of those assholes coming down the hallway. Why didn't you tell me there was, oh, shit. Gale, it is your turn.
So there's like 2 people right at that walkway. Do I have line of sight on this guy at least?
It goes up 10 feet from those steps. It's like 3/4 cover that they got from your position right now.
When you have a spell like Magic Missile, doesn't matter how much cover you got.
Yeah, you could. Hey boy, if it fits, it ships.
Yep. With Gale Everstorm shipping. Ship it!
Send it!
As I see him, and I'm like, again? And then I just, same thing, and I just flick my wrist, and you see the darts just flare out, and then circle down and impact the guy right in the front. Roll better this time.
Roll gooder.
Take about that.
Okay,
extended
that's
silence.
better.
Wasn't better.
No, it was better. That is 14 force damage.
There you go. That'll get her done.
14 force damage. Let's go, dude. As you send those magic missiles out, slamming into and you can hear the singe of flesh.
And then I stand there against the wall again.
All right. Gail, what is your passive perception?
Oh, it's super high. It's 12. Super high. Oh! Oh! So how bad's my back gonna feel?
Shit.
Literally. The whole river of it.
As you are lit up from behind, as you can feel the electricity surging through your body, as you turn back around and you see two floating storm callers that you have not seen since the night at the lighthouse. You're gonna take 18 points of lightning damage.
As the damage hits my back, you see me just kind of like ripping, and the electricity surges around my fist as I absorb half the damage because I'm resistant to lightning damage. So I take 9 damage, which is still a lot for me.
I will add both of these storm callers into the initiative.
Oh, come on!
Dude!
It was rocking on that one.
You couldn't see that, guys. This was
Well,
top of the board.
Guys. It's not us.
That was such a tease.
7.
Ooh. And they're just floating there, haven't said anything. Electricity flowing around them. End of your turn. Both of these cultists are going to jump down. Come on, give me that 2. Ah! They will do so just fine. Short swords drawn, they're both going to swing on Dirakt. Oh, it's kind of cocked. I gotta re-roll that one.
Rolled again.
How's a digital die cocked?
Oh, yes.
No! And the God!
Just throw 2 19s, really?
Roll 20 breaks off in my ass every time. Oh God!
I thought you were my friend.
No shit.
Ah.
I wish I could have a roll like that.
Oh,
All right, I'm going to take 12 points of piercing damage. I got to make 2 Constitution saving throws. Let's go. First one's solid. Oh! I'm going to take 12 points of piercing. All right, I got lucky on that. I'm going to take 14 with 12 with 2 points of poison. Come on, can't this old lizard be like immune to poison? I play a dwarf so many times, I feel like I'm just constantly there.
no, if you were still a black, you would be immune to poison. But since
It's
you're
true.
now a gold, red, whatever,
Orange, I
Get
prefer to,
fired.
I identify as an orange dragon.
if you, that's fine. I know you really got a really cool color spectrum going on, but if you want to identify as orange, that's up to you.
Yep.
Personal choice.
That's gonna be the end of their turns. You will never see the light of day, any of you.
I'm actually kind of okay with that.
Oh, you wouldn't say over that, Arkonan. Tormund, it is your turn.
Oh, I'm gonna come in like a wrecking ball, baby. Let's go. We're gonna swing Stormbringer at as we run and jump right up into this nonsense. As I've already done to Gale, I'm gonna do to you. We're gonna swing guy in front of us for a 21.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That'll
That's
hit.
going to be 14 points damage.
Southern or to the east?
I was attacking east.
All right, 14 points of damage.
Yep.
You smash down, just totally knocking one of their shoulders out of socket.
Second swing is going to be 28 to hit.
Just hits.
That's 17 points damage on that second swing.
Oh God, DTD.
Perfect. As I come down with that hammer a second time, I'm going to reach around and I'm going to grab the front of that mask. And as I rip it off his face, I'm not even going to look at what it's doing to his body. I'm going to throw it at his friend. Stay away from my people.
Just looks at you, just astonished.
Yeah, I'm not going to burn any frenzy attacks on these guys right now. I get a feeling I might need that. We'll just park that right there. That's it for me.
These storm callers are going to float down, one over the bridge now, one directly across from Gale. As they see you consume the lightning damage in front of them. He's one of us. Oh. Remember what the master taught us. As they both are going to send out 2 Eldritch blasts towards you. First one will miss. Second one is a 17.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Third one will hit. Shit, what was it? It was 5. Modifier was 5, right? So it should be a 13.
That'll hit.
It's a 12.
No, it's 12. That's what I'm saying. I need help. What was the modifier I just had on the first one? Was it 4? I was giving
5.
him. Okay, it was 5. So yes, you're correct. That's a 12. That will miss.
That'll miss.
So 2 hits, 2 misses.
All right, 2 D10s coming in.
Later.
Oh, you're gonna take 12 points of force damage as it slams you up against the wall. That will be the end of their turn. Arkonan, it is your turn.
What do we got here? All right, this guy. Yeah. Eric is going to just float over and land by him, and as he flies over, the black tendrils begin to float from his wings, and he lands next to him and just starts pecking at his feet, and he will cast the vampiric touch on him. So close. So close. That is a 15.
15 will hit.
Oh. It did the like almost a B. Nah, it's an 8. It's cool. It's just an 8. So 2, 3, 11 again. 11 points of necrotic damage as the blood turns to mist and soaks into Eric, and then I regain 5 more hit points.
Caw! 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 You can feel the necrotic energy flow through your veins as it wargs in through Eric's beat up into his eyes, as the veins in your eyes turn black and run into your body. Anything else for your turn?
No, that was bonus action and action, so I'm good.
And I apologize.
Actually, I will step in a little bit here. Step over some bodies here.
Got it. I took both of those guys' turns at the same time, Gail, so I'm going to go ahead and skip this Storm Mage that's on the initiative right now. I've already taken their turn. Luckily, turn order saved my ass.
Magic.
Well, that's the truth. Oh my god. I can hear the magic flowing from behind me and also what's in front, but I gotta take care of No, that it's gonna call to me. I'm gonna turn around and look. I can at least see that one asshole down there. I'm gonna fire both of my Eldritch Blast back up with newfound confidence. It was so close to that one. That hits. I got a +6.
Let's go.
I was about to be like, really?
Let's go!
Yeah.
Let's go!
You hit. You're Direkt slinging bombs right now.
It's about damn time. All right, 2d10s +3s. All right, I'm gonna do 20 points of damage to this shithead. almost knocking him back out of the air from where he is at as he consumes each of those blasts. And then with my bonus action, looking back over at you, Gale, pushed up against the wall, enveloping those phoenixes from both of my hands, ashes pouring out as they fly and swing towards and attach to yourself on your wounds, sealing in and healing up that scar tissue.
That I wish you saw.
Get 5 points of healing back.
Take it.
And then I'm gonna stay where I'm at because I don't want to take an attack of opportunity. And I got Tormund next to me. I'm cool. I'm gonna hang. Gale.
Get the flabbiest cover there is.
Yeah, man.
All right.
I'm hanging on the right side of the brisket.
It's not a bad place to be.
Never is.
All right. So getting healed up a little bit, he's just going to like look at the two acolytes. I am not one of you. I am so much more. And I'm going to put my hands together and I'm going to breathe. And as I breathe, you're going to see like the air kind of get a little bit cold, like you would on a winter day. And then as I fold open my arms, this orb, this chromatic orb will rise from my hands, and I will just simply blow it as it flies directly at the one across from me. And as it does, as I hold my hands, I just shove my right hand to the right as the orb splits in two and the second one flies towards the guy down there as I spend a sorcery point and twin my spell.
Let's go, dude.
So I will roll 2 attack rolls. The first one will be this guy. Come on, baby. 27 to hit.
Oh, yeah.
And then the second one, come on, baby. 19 to hit.
Both hit.
All right. So the first guy is going to take 15 acid damage. Or sorry, cold damage. My bad, cold damage.
All right, 15 points of cold. Second guy to the north.
He is going to take 23 points of cold damage.
Ooh. Let's go, dude.
As I then, after doing that, just re-grab my staff and slam it to the ground, and the electricity starts to crackle around me. That is my turn.
He has the ability to change his Mexican will as well. As you can see, their muscles begin to lock up. Shithead in front of you, Tormund. I'm willing to die for my cause. Are you?
That's exactly the laugh I'm going to have when he takes his first swing.
As he swings, your fantastically flabby body is quick, 6 inches at a time.
Ole!
You.
16 will not hit.
Nope.
That will be the end of their turn. Tormund, it is your turn. Gale, on your turn, I want you to roll a perception check when you get there.
Having fat dodged these 2 strikes that this guy threw at me. That was cute. Now it's my turn. First throw coming in will be a 29 to hit. That
29 will hit.
13 points of damage. Second swing coming in will be a
still
dirty,
up. Not feeling good. Not feeling good about it themselves.
dirty 20 to hit.
30-20 will hit.
That will be 17 points damage on that second swing.
DTD, describe their demise.
Hits him with his hammer. Just swing across the chest. And as he starts to drop to his knee, he grabs the top of that helmet. Takes his hammer and one more time pulls back with his left hand as his right hand strikes in with Stormbringer. And he's going to chuck it into the river of poo. Kick his body over. Again.
What'd you say? You cut out.
I said I gave you a chance. All right. Well, let's see. What do I got? Well, there's no time like the present to try and. No. I'm gonna stay here with Dirakt. I'm not going rushing into the fray until I know he's secure. End of my turn.
Stormcaller that you messed up real good is going to fly backwards. And begin casting a spell. Up against a large iron gate. Explodes, sending electrical energy through it, busting open that gate. Once again, it'll be a perception check on your turn, Gale. As you can hear him speaking to someone directly across. Arkonan. It is your turn.
Alright. Does I still got the like fog of war on my side, but so does Eric see this other Electro Man that didn't run up to the gate?
Yes, Eric can see him.
Okay. Fly, you fool. You fly over?
You should be able to see what Eric sees, though.
No, it didn't unlock. Eric.
Where'd you move him?
I moved him on top of the Electro Man. I can move him out.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Oh,
Yeah.
yep, here.
Erikio.
You have control of. Oh, it's because Eric isn't emitting light right now. Well, well, guess
Ravens.
what? Done.
All right, so I'll plant over here. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, and then those tendrils peck at his feet again. Peck at this one's feet.
Caw, caw, caw.
Because it's a beautiful spell that just keeps going. Just the gift that keeps on giving. Does it keep giving? That's an 18.
18 will hit.
Yes.
Mm.
Oh, come on, man. Come on, do the thing.
Finish him.
It's good thing stuff.
The fuck? It's an 11 again. How? That's 3 in a row. How is that possible?
Well, hey, at least you're consistent.
Orangebus.
So that gives me another 5 points back as it removes life.
Oh, round up, by the
Life.
way. Round up. If that's 11, take 6.
Take 6. Okay,
Yeah.
so I'll give myself 3 more then.
I didn't realize. Yeah, always we round everything up.
Okay.
That's a raven. It's the future Arkonan sees. That's a raven.
How do you know that song?
And this was the day I was removed from the campaign.
Yeet! Yeetus! Wow. Wow.
That's me bonus action to do my cool stuff.
Bitchin' Camaro. Yeah.
Why am I like this?
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
Having Eric fly up on him like that, 100% he's sending lightning directly in to that bird. Oh, God, he was so close to missing.
That's such an overkill for a bird.
I mean,
As
He has
lightning,
1 hit point. He has 1 singular. I just looked at it.
they don't know that. They don't know that. As I giveth you sight and I taketh it away.
And you just hear.
Bird. He's gonna go flying backwards as well.
From my little corner, you kind of hear like a little pain, like a little cry, like as Eric crowed, I kind of did too.
Man, it's fucking beautiful.
My fucking bird, man.
Well, looking down, Dirakt's gonna send a beam to each one of them. Come on, baby, don't fail me. Yeah, I was due. My left hand will not work. Let's see if righty will. 18, that'll hit.
Righty tighty, lefty loosey.
Ooh, let's go. 10 points of damage.
Gotta work on that switch pitch.
Best be able to switch ends and pick up a stroke.
Slamming one of those Eldritch blasts, knocking him partially down a couple of inches from him still floating in air. Gale, roll that perception check for me.
it's a big old +2. That's a natural one.
No!
Teasing 2 times over a turn. Gale, clouded by the fog of war, seeing these storm callers for the first time since your run-in with the Avatar of Talos. You hear nothing.
So, I hear nothing, but do I see him talking to someone?
You do see. Hey, radio, can you bail me out? I keep wanting to say Aries in my mind, but that's not it.
Arius.
Arius. Good God, thank you, dude. I couldn't spit it out. I kept wanting to say Aries, and it's
He haunts my dreams. That's why I know.
yeah. Arius.
Okay, so. Yeah, so I'm gonna start walking towards them, and as I start walking towards them, like I said, I am not one of you. I am more. I am greater. And maybe it is time that I show you what I am capable of. And as I do, you start to see my body shift as the electrical energies start to crackle around me as I turn into my elemental form. And I beeline it with my flying speed of 90 feet to this section wherever he was talking to find out who is there.
As you haul ass forward in your new electrical form. Just
Like here.
barely, okay. You're able to see 3 other cult terrorists holding satchels and parchments.
You just see my head turn back to the 2 acolytes, and you just hear this deep guttural primordial as I just turn, and you just see 2 lightning lassos just lash out to the guy right in front of me. And I'm going to attempt to hit him with 2 attacks. The first one is a 19.
19 will hit.
The second one is a 14.
14 will not hit.
Okay, all right. So then that will be 2d8 plus 5. That'll be 10 lightning damage to the one in front of me.
10 lightning damage to the one in the front.
And then because I can do it, because it's not a attack, and I still have plenty of movement, I am literally just going to encompass his space with my form And then he is going to have to make a DC 13 Constitution saving throw.
Constitution is a +1.
Damn.
Saves. Rip.
Rip.
Still
So he's gonna
electrified from the first shot. He cannot take the double jeopardy of your body.
Is he wearing metal?
No, the mask is porcelain and they are not wearing metal. They do have jewelry, some jewelry though. So
If he is wearing metal, the saving throw is made a disadvantage.
with
But
just the
that's up to you.
jewelry, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to roll a 1d4. I'm going to give him 3 points from the rings and the necklace that he's wearing as it burns into his skin.
Fair enough. And that will be, that'll be my turn.
All right. These 3 cultists are all going to run past you, Gale. You get an attack of opportunity on all of them.
Okay. Sure. Let's see to hit. So I'll just roll 3 times. +8 to all 3. 1 will miss. The 18 will hit, and then does a 16 hit?
16 will hit. So the second
Okay.
2 will all be hit.
Okay. So the first one will take 18 lightning damage. Actually rolled well on that one.
Oh, shit, yeah.
And the second one will take 15 lightning damage.
I am giving him attacks of opportunity on all of them because they are running through straight electricity. So this would be like damaged terrain. Think of it like running through wall of thorns. There's no way they can get around his electrical body. Storytelling, not so much strict D&D. What's up? Thank you, my friend. All right. Welcome, all of you new lovely folks. Thank you, Swelly. As they all dash, jumping one by one. They have a +1 to their athletics. All jumping in towards this shit stream as you see as they jump and land. On the gate that has folded over, suspended by bits and pieces of lightning in a makeshift raft. Tormund, you see this? It is your turn.
See this with Dirakt at my side. I just begin to spin Stormbringer in my hand. And as I whip it faster and faster, I'm hucking it. Center of the group. 20-foot radius. Everyone within that center point of right here, 20 feet, going all the way around. Dexterity 15 or better.
All three? Or no, which one? I'm sorry.
Oh, everyone within 20 feet of this guy right here.
Oh, shit. So every single person. Okay.
Yeah.
That's right, Swoley. We all home now, baby. We all home now.
You Swoley.
All right. First guy, cultist to the south. Dexterity saving throw, got a +1.
Oh, he'll save.
Dirty 20. Northern most cultist. 12.
Nope.
Westernmost. 13.
Nope.
Stormbringer to the east. Stormbringer to the west. Let's go!
No!
Let's go, dude!
Only one of them saves on that hit. Let's fucking go.
Oh, shit, yeah. So just the first guy, that's it.
So the mass of them will take 31 points of damage.
Jesus.
The other guy will take 16.
This is your choice. Like bowling pins. D, T, D on every single one of them. Holy.
Which is as Tormund whips that hammer in his hands, he chucks it center mass. When it hits that first guy, it creates a chain of non-elemental lightning, something that can't be absorbed by any of these guys, just within each one of them, locking them up, seizing their bodies, starting to roast them until they all collapse to the ground as Stormbringer disappears. It reappears back in my hand.
As you snag Thornbringer. Are they all dead? Or are they incapacitated?
I don't think they're all dead, because Tormund's he's a little enraged right now. I don't know if there's anybody left alive, unless by the grace of some god, one of them survived. He was looking to kill.
As they all drop like flies. Magic dropping. Bodies hitting that grate. You can see all of it sinking. Everything. Bodies floating, flowing down the river at this point. If you're going to attempt to save anything, I need all of you to roll dexterity saving throws right now.
I'm not trying to pull one of those storm bodies up. So that's a dex.
This is just to try to catch up to it.
I mean,
What about me?
it's going to come to me at some point.
No, it's going
It's
north.
going my direction.
Direkt is busting ass to get up there, but he's still a long ways away.
I rolled a 9, so I'll be here.
Mine's a 21.
21. You're busting ass up that way as well. Gale, roll yours with advantage.
Okay. $22.
22. Gale, you have to pick something. If you're trying to catch up and retrieve, you need to let me know what you're trying to retrieve.
I would be trying to retrieve. It looks like the cultists were carrying some sort of information or something, so I would be grabbing probably like a satchel bag, or if they had like tomes in their hands or something like that.
And you look and you can see that parchment and that satchel taking on water next to you. It's the first thing that you go to as you pull it from that writhing, floating body, hovering up and over. Tormund and Dirakt both get to roll another one as we're racing to try to catch up over the side. Oh, let's go, baby! DC is an 18.
Are we Dex again?
Dex again.
Just made 18. $60 plus 2. Let's go.
As we race up along those sides, just catching up. What are you reaching for, Tormund?
I'm trying to grab one of those messenger bags that they've got attached to them.
All right. Between the three of us, we retrieve every bag from each of those cultists as their bodies continue to float, heading downstream, face down, opening up those leather-bound satchels, trying to get those parchments out as quick as we can from what water they've taken. Spreading them out now on the ground in front of us as Arkonan makes his way back up. The first parchment rolled out. You see the schematics of the Hall of Justice. And its blueprints, including a map that shows the works. The actual works project. Commissioned by the Lord Protector himself.
Hell is this?
Gale, is this stuff public record?
Some of this could potentially be found, but this, absolutely not. This is from the Lord Protector himself. There would be... I don't understand.
Sounds like to me that Lord Protector's got a mole. Somebody who's working for the other side. Feed him information.
It would seem that way, yes. Although I was a bit curious before when we saw the explosion at the Hall of Justice, but seeing these acolytes here confirms it. There is something even deeper going on that even we understand.
Well, what we need to do is figure out what Arlen Bladeshaper's got in all this. He's the one who gave you the piece of paper that said 12 o'clock and said he needed to get that to your dad. There's a lot of pieces here. Unfortunately, it's taking us all back to your home, Gale.
Where's the other? Roll the other parchment out.
Roll the other parchment out.
Is this one's a little bit more damaged than the next? Scanning it. You begin to make out oh god. You can see here it lists the Shard of Night. These are the blueprints for the Shard of Night.
The hell is the Shard of Night?
It's northern part of town. Not far from Blue Lake. It's a massive tower. It's bleak but floating. It's always been rumored that it's had the ability to eat shadows and darkness itself. I always had rumors that if creatures walked underneath them in the daylight, that their shadows would be temporarily absorbed by the tower. Cast its entire shadow over the river district.
How are you talking about? Speaking plain.
It's a really old tower. It's magically bound like a lot of things here. And it's not something that most people want to with. Tormund.
So are they trying to attack it? Is this where they're holding up? I don't understand.
I think it's the next target.
This is the House of Saloon. It is a
It's the next
shard
target
of the moon.
If you can take down a floating tower, how much damage can you do?
God, it's been here for so long.
The knowledge it would take just to figure out how to disable a magic that old.
Not if you specialize in that type of magic.
Look, Dirakt, we've seen these elementals before. You don't think Talos is behind some of this?
Roll out the third. Roll out the third. And all of us look in astonishment as we see the House of Knowledge.
That's a house of neutral ground.
Oh, God.
Gotta go back.
It's all a red herring. It's designed to keep the nobles on the other side. We're literally gonna attack women, the children, and the wounded.
Innocence.
Gale,
Myra.
we gotta go back. That's where Myra is.
And then they want to remove any sign of any god that's bestowed any blessing on this city at all.
So there can be only one person they look to.
Wait. Are you saying what I think you're saying?
Why
This is
would you?
all-
Why would you remove gods unless you want to become one yourself? Or as close as you possibly can while still walking the earth.
We don't know. It's just scrambles, looking at the sheet.
Look over to Dirakt.
We don't know. We don't know the timelines. It's just plans. God, where do we go? Do we
Let
go
the
back?
world do fend for their own. We know we've got one person in the House of Knowledge. It's Gale's friend. I stand with him. We need to go back to the house. We go back to the house and we take Myra back.
But if the shard falls, so does the protection of the city from any other deity.
Gale, you and I fought together. We slayed dragons together. My hammer is yours. You tell me where we go next.
How do you choose?
Remember the gray area I was talking about earlier?
Maybe we don't. Arkonan and I continue to forge across the river. We need to be able to convince them of their imminent danger. We have no time for politics or anyone else. It's our only shot at both.
Dirakt. Last time we split up, it didn't go so well.
I know, boy. It's not a great idea. What you're talking about, the death of 4 versus the death of thousands, Tormund.
Tormund's gonna look to Gale. Not an easy decision. My hammer still lies with you. This is not my element, Gale. It's much more comfortable skinning deer out with you in the forest. Wherever you go, you have me with you. We go to the House of Knowledge and separate. Go to the Shard of Night together. I trust in your decision. Just tell us where we're going.
I can't leave her.
Then don't. They both deserve to know. As you hear the crack of thunder echo through the chambers below. And the storm water begins to rise. We don't have much more time.
Dirakt. So he grabs him, pulls him close. Stay alive like you have before. It's one thing you taught me. Gotta back your friends' play. As you've backed mine many times. Go. Go with Arkonan as fast as you can. You get to the shard, you warn them. I'm gonna do what you taught me. I'm gonna keep Gale safe. We're gonna get to the House of Knowledge. We'll meet up in the Blue Lake District. Keep yourself alive.
You know what to do, Tormund.
You taught me well. Both you and Dad.
Your quest is over.
You're here. Don't fuck up.
Take care of Gales now.
You took care of me.
May the Phoenix be with both of you.
Keep the Phoenix with you, old man. We'll get through this. We'll see you in the Black Lake District.
I rip off and I toss you one of my health potions. It's a greater.
Always looking out. Thank you.
Don't wait to use it. Yes.
I won't. Now fly. Gale. It's rising water means we gotta do the same. There's many a bridge to cross before we get back to where we came from. Arkonan?
Save Myra. Save the innocents. We will see you soon.
You gotta way past that gate you locked for us. I may need a way through it.
The word is friend.
Thank you. Friend it is. Not a second to waste, my friend. Gale, let's go.
He just kind of looks at you all, nods, tightens his hand around the staff of lightning. We'll see you on the other side.
And on that note, we will end this week.
Oh, I can't believe we're fucking breaking the group up. Oh, no.
Rule number one: never split the party.
We
Yeah, but
have
that's
to
not the way
split
it
the
plays out.
party.
Oh, if you hadn't suggested it, I was immediately gonna be like, "Bye, bitches. I gotta go to the tower."
Oh, man. Talk about some of the hardest decisions you've ever made in a campaign.
It's almost better for us not to get all the schematics.
Almost, because then we at least all go together as one.
Oh, but
Yeah.
can you
And-
imagine? Can you imagine that roll? If I
No,
rolled
I
and you got 2 of the other 3 plans, and if you did, I wasn't even gonna hesitate.
Why would you? I mean, you don't
It
have all
would've-
the information at that point. Now
Well-
we have way too much information.
If it would have been on exit, you would have heard the explosion.
Oh,
Oh,
Now you have a chance. That's how pivotal getting the information was. And I was all gonna roll on it, so I didn't know. I didn't know which one it was gonna be, which target.
I'm just shitting myself knowing that I made that at the fucking break-even point. Good God. Had I not hit the fucking DC, if I had been one below, it would have been one less scroll. And we've all been heading towards Shard.
How did I roll 2 dexterity checks to get there? I'm a -1, dude.
Yeah, that's pretty insane.
Hey, the dice tell the story. We're just here to tell around it.
What a fun sewer encounter, guys. Because let me tell you what, you go left, all there is a shit monster over there.
Oh, on that first left, the
On
bendy
the first
one?
left? Yeah, there's just my classic, I always throw the poo monster in the cistern.
the
Yeah.
fucking Golgothan.
Oh, God.
The
Is that the
Odeyu.
sludge that just eats things?
Yeah. I won't even shit you, dude. I'll show you. I'll take one of those orbs right over there. There's all this story and mastery over on the right side, and then there is literally
Exactly, Zero. The Golgothan, the shit demon from Dogma.
yeah, there's just my classic.
Oh, it's just a round pit with a shit demon in the middle of it. Oh my God.
The giant shit demon.
And you know
If
they're really
it hadn't-
Hey, I chose right. Hey,
they're you know they're pretty friendly. You know you don't have to attack them. They literally just help clean the sewer. You
They
know,
just eat shit.
yeah, they just soak up the poo, man.
Yeah, those OTUs will leave you alone.
Yeah, but I mean you have to get through that first.
Yeah.
Which is any adventuring party I've ever seen usually doesn't hesitate to totally screw that up.
Yeah, I was pretty close to that with my fucking bloodlust, but you know, I guess it worked out in our favor, kind of. Jesus.
Yeah. I mean, I'm like,
Oh,
so I guess it depends on how much time it takes us to leave there and to head back. Because my form lasts for an hour, so I guess it depends on how long that lasts while I can hold that, like, and have it. Because it only
You really
lasts
want to
an
be
hour.
a giant electronic form, like this giant elemental being cruising through the streets?
Do
I mean,
you
it may work
think-
for us, it may not.
do you think that Gale cares?
At this point, no. But honestly, I'm back in his play. Whatever he decides to do, it doesn't matter because he's got a friend, and that's what friends do.
Yeah, it's just so you guys are all aware and the chat is aware. There was no other decision for Gale. Whether you all went to the shard or not,
Yeah.
I was going straight back. So
Hold on, I gotta go see if I can find mine.
it's so pretty.
Wait, you want to compare? I can't even get enough light on it at this point.
Well, they
There.
brought up leveled up dice, and I had to. Which, when you spend all your money, they give you the "Hey, you spent a lot of money" pendant that comes with it.
Here's my giant copper.
Your golf ball sized copper.
That thing makes some noise. And
Do
then
your neighbors complain every time you throw that dice?
No, dude, my building is pretty fucking quiet. I'm pretty impressed. Pretty impressed. All of my stuff is copper, but I've got like a ton of mini D6s from level up. These things are amazing. Yeah, all my stuff is copper. And then I've got the critical roll die too, so that I got from the live show in January last year. Yeah. Whew. Level up will leave you poor, for sure.
You gotta pick one.
D&D will leave you poor.
You can only pick one when you go by their tent.
No, it's so bad.
By the way, chat, I love you. You guys are great.
Oh,
I can't wait for next week to find out how effed we are.
Hey, you got me with you, and I'm running out of shit to pull out of my ass.
Same.
It's been a long day, and it's only like what, noon our time?
Yeah.
You know, in D&D time.
so true.
So
If
bad.
things don't go our way, expect tears next week.
No,
Or
the
a
onion
lot of
goblin
killing.
needs to stay at bay.
Oh,
Or a lot of killing.
thank you guys for all the generous support tonight, Mac and Swoley. Oh, thank you guys. Those are very, very kind raids. Thank you for all the new folks. This is what I had hoped that running a show during Critical Role could do. Since we
I saw somebody in the chat said number 2.
How about that, man? I grabbed some screenshots of it.
Fuck.
There's a lot of people in our
man.
directory this evening, and a lot of kind folks stopped by when I'm sure it was very close to their bedtime just to see who else was hanging around. So thank you.
Get outta
Thank you.
here.
Very, very, very cool, man. Very cool. And thank you to my friends and a lovely audience for making it such a good last night at D&D. I'm so sad we do not have Neon Regimes tomorrow night. It is going to kick off into a long original start campaign run of Game of Saving Throws while I'm at the lake this weekend.
Wow.
starting with episode 1.
Wow.
No, we're going back to E1.
Twitch has never seen the early tales, so we're starting with episode 1 after the replay of this episode tonight.
Oh man, what a treat that is. And let me tell you, as players, it does not hurt to go back and watch those old episodes.
And safe travels to Kat and Becca, man.
Yeah,
I've done a drive. Mine was 22 hours. There's a 17. It's pretty close. Safe travels, man.
Yeah.
Last I heard was Mississippi.
Good part about driving through Mississippi. Bomb ass chicken every gas station stop.
Yeah.
Gas station chicken? I'm in. Told me, hello, Mississippi, I'm coming home.
Mississippi gas station chicken will slaughter all other chicken that's like decent.
I found a good place on the Kentucky-Tennessee line too, on the way to the cabin now. It's like my secondary spot if the barbecue stand is shut down. And the barbecue stand is right next to the watermelon stand as well. And I have a rule since college: if you see watermelon stand, you make a vodka melon. It's just how how this works. It's how summers work.
Yeah.
Welcome to what it's like. Now you understand where the stories come from. We play with dirt and we go to fruit stands. That's big shit over here.
I think I'm gonna find some chicken and waffles this weekend.
Now I want chicken.
I know Roscoe's has it, but I know there's gotta be a little bit step up from Roscoe's. Roscoe's is pretty dope for LA.
I want
so.
Zaxby's so bad.
I
you're a
got a
Zaxby's
cast iron
man?
pan full of bacon grease after my bacon this morning. I'm quite literally going to go in, add some oil to that, flour some chicken, and fry me up some nonsense before I go to work tonight.
See, you guys didn't have any food talk during the episode, so you're getting it for stay for a spell.
The nice thing about having no family at the house at almost midnight my time is that if I want to fry chicken at 12:30 in the morning, I will fry chicken in bacon grease at 12:30 in the morning.
Hell yeah. Live your best life.
Willow in chat, chicken and waffles is what I call my death row meal. If you have one last meal you can ever have, one last meal, it's fried chicken and waffles for me. For sure.
Salty sweet, man. How can you go wrong with salty sweet, dude?
Everybody in Minnesota was like, what? Like they did not understand it. Even like growing up in North Minneapolis, they did not understand chicken and waffles. And then when I'd introduce it to them, they're like, oh, I'm like, yeah, it's dope as fuck.
Never be the same again, man.
Yeah, and you get the savory from the butter if you do the waffles right, and little buttermilk in the chicken. Ugh.
I hate you because I can't eat before I go to the lake because I don't want to get tired on the drive over there. It's the last thing I want is like eat something and then I'm like, oh, it's real cozy post D&D in this seat. Listen to my synth wave runner driving at night. I'm like, and I'm like, oh yeah. Okay, I'm back in.
Got that highway hypnotism going on.
No.
Now guys, I'm hungry. I'm so hungry now. F you guys. Okay,
Dude, talk about this. The worst part about shutdown in the middle of nowhere, dude. Walmart is my 24 eatery. I can't even go grab a frozen pizza. You got to pre-plan for this shit now. I literally called another bartender to get a Red Baron pizza last night.
Stop it.
Literally called up one of my bartending buddies because everything was closed and I realized I had no food at the house. Zero.
You couldn't even like get a Haggis or something.
Couldn't get anything. No, McDonald's shuts down on the in-between. It was about an hour and a half before they opened up again. I was like, and we cooked all the food for the lake this weekend. So all these pork butts we smoked and got all this food ready, that all went with the old man over to the lake. I'm sitting there eating single pickles, dude. Single pickles and olives stuffed with garlic from 4 years ago.
Fucking
looking like
college.
Looking like Smeagol over here.
Smeagol.
Man, I've had those days when I was working for fucking less than $10 an hour.
My precious,
God, what straight dirt leg mode, man. Good
people
God.
precious. My people precious.
I've noticed so like, if anybody's had Taco Bell breakfast, it's probably the best thing about Taco Bell, besides if you want to clean out your colon. But like Taco Bell breakfast is pretty like on par. It's a good like 6 out of 10. And that's saying something for fucking fast food breakfast.
You know, I've tried a lot of things. I've never tried the Taco Bell breakfast.
White Castle breakfast is the best breakfast you will ever have for fast food breakfast.
I'm just kidding.
Like,
I just
real
feel
eggs,
like all of
real
this
fucking
is
everything.
just a
But,
quick way
like-
to clean out your colon.
In LA, like for when the shutdown happened, Taco Bell is no longer 24/7 in LA.
Oh, most things aren't, and they're never gonna go back either.
No,
they're
I don't
gonna
think
use
McDonald's
this.
ever gonna.
Hell no, they'll use this to always do that. I don't think Walmart will. They were looking to not be 24 because you don't need it anymore. People are buying
No,
most of their goods online or pre-pickup or send now. You don't need that extra labor, so it's a different world. But like for me, who used to grocery shop at between 2 and 4 in the morning.
Yep.
Porque!
As an insomniac, like I go on drives, and like one of my things on going on drives when you can't sleep is like you stop in random fucking places that are open 24/7, and you just look at the people that are there. The
Perks,
world is
baby.
changing.
True, but that's why we got stories to tell here, man. Ah, what a great send-off, man. Thank you guys. You were so much fun to play with. Oh,
This has been a godsend. Like
Such a good story.
it could
Such a
not
good
come
story.
like not only because of the quarantine, but like personal stuff that's going on in my life. Like D&D always is there for me, always. It's so insane how it keeps coming back to this, and I can't thank you enough, Rob. Like this has
you're
been
welcome,
amazing.
buddy. Very welcome. And on that note, we will send you all to lovely American weekends if you're with us with the red, white, and blue. But if you're not, still be safe. Take a shower. Wash
Wash
your
those
damn
damn
hands. And continue to be good to each other.
Wear
We
those
love you.
masks.
Thank you guys for an amazing night.